Hello everyone, this is Jason from Primetime Aquatics, and today we are going to answer a question that we've been asked a lot over the last year or so, and that is, what types of lights do we use in the fish room? But I want to take it a step further. I'm not only going to talk about what we use, I'm going to talk about why we use them and why lighting is so important for your fish tank. So stay tuned. Alright, so in our fish room we've got about 57 tanks, including the few fry bins that we have up and running throughout the house. I went through and I counted all the lights that we have, and we have 32 Finnex Stingray lights. And this is my main go-to, and I like them for a number of reasons. I think the first reason is the cost is reasonably priced. Are they going to be as cheap as some of the really low-end lights that you would find? Not necessarily, but I like the spectrum of the Finnex Stingray lights. I think it's a really nice looking light when it comes to natural lighting on a fish tank. Some of the cheaper lights, they don't give you necessarily that natural look, and I definitely prefer what the Finnex Stingray gives us. They're also super durable. Out of the 32 lights that we've got, we've had 0 issues over the last couple years, and I think that's a pretty big sample size, right? When you've got 32 lights up and running on various setups and not had a single problem, I think that speaks highly in terms of the quality and durability. Again, not a single issue. In terms of plants, well, take a look at the fish room. We've got a number of tanks that have plants and they are growing just fine. You can see over there, we've got those 20 longs, tons and tons of jungle valve, wisteria, water sprite, guppy grass, anubias, java fern, java moss, big sword plants, all types of different crypts. We've had no issues with the lower tech plants, the medium to low light plants. They live as long as we're giving them what they need in terms of nutrients. They are just fine. Tons of hornwort. Now, are they going to grow the super high tech, high light plants at the bottom of the tank? Maybe not, but that's not what we grow, and we're having really good luck with the plants that we have. No issues, at least in terms of lights. So I figured I'd give you an up-close picture of what these Finnex Stingray lights look like. Again, low profile. They're not super wide, but they give out a lot of light to grow plenty of low-tech and low to medium light plants. Have had no issues with that whatsoever. So I figured what we do is just show you a side-by-side comparison. On the left-hand side, we've got a tank here that is illuminated by a fluorescent light. It's a standard fluorescent light, 36-inch. It came from a kit a while back, but the light's in good shape. It's still relatively new, and you can see here on the left-hand side, it does a fine job of illuminating the tank. It's bringing out the colors of the fish okay. It does everything it's supposed to do, but I really want you to notice the colors that you see in the fish and the environment that we have with this light, and compare it to what we see on the right hand side. And again, what we've got on the right hand side, this is the Finnex Stingray. I don't know how well it's coming through on camera, but this tank is much nicer. It's much better lighting. It's a much more natural light. It's certainly brighter, but not so bright where the fish are it's going to have a negative impact on the fish. Once they come out, you're going to see the colors look a little bit nicer. It's showing off those yellows. The blues are very vibrant. You get a much better contrast between the darker blue and the lighter blue of the fish. You can see some of the males of these are, by the way, these are Pseudotropheus solosi and Mbuna cichlids. We got the female there holding. I really wanted you to see this male, this dominant male. He's a little bit shy right now and is being blocked out, but the colors are much nicer with this Finnex Stingray. And again, what I like about this particular LED is the fact that you're getting a low profile and you're getting really nice balance of color, a more natural look compared to some of the other budget LEDs, and it's not going to break the bank and cost you a couple $100s like some of the more expensive lights. So I think it's a really happy, nice compromise between a super expensive light that's still going to grow you some plants and something that is super cheap and you have to worry about either quality or durability in the long run. So I think this is another really good side-by-side comparison. On the left-hand side, we have the old school fluorescent light on this 75-gallon, and it looks fine. Again, it's illuminating the tank wonderfully, but let's take a look here now. On the right-hand side, that is the Finnex Stingray 48-inch, and again, the point here is that lighting matters. It will make a difference. You could spend all this money on aquascaping, on rocks, and on substrate and driftwood, and whether it's fake or real plants, the lighting is going to make a huge difference. Of course, with these old school fluorescent lights, it's going to be very difficult to grow any plants, and we generally have very bad luck trying to do that. But even just the way the fish look, it's going to make a huge difference. Alright everyone, so I hope you found that useful. It answers the age-old question, what types of lights do we use in the fish room? Mostly Finnex Stingrays for the reasons I pointed out. We also answered the question on why lights are important. You can do everything else right in your aquascape. You can have the right substrate, the right rocks, the awesome driftwood, and cool other decorations, whether it's plants, real or fake. But if the lighting is wrong, the tank isn't going to look as good as it could. Again, we will put an affiliate link in the description below, a place where you can find the Finnex Stingray lights. I really do think you'll enjoy it. So if you like this video, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.